this product, finished goods, there is a customer for it. And then we see something is converted and given to the customer. I'm trying to explain this in simplest visual possible, and then we will connect to value stream. Okay, I'm just connecting the process flows now. Then there is a coating process. Then there is a mixing process. This is a simplest representation that I want to do for the adhesive tape manufacturing. It is almost like sticking an envelope, right? You prepare the gum, okay, or the adhesive, we call it, and then you coat the envelope. How many of you are used to those envelopes in the earlier stages? But it is already coated. They will even use their tongue and then stick it. Okay, the gum is already coated there. But then there are envelopes where we have this camel cap, no, where there is an adhesive solution. And we used to prepare the solution ourselves in the olden days. There used to be a tree at the backyard. I used to take that, put it in the water, and then use the gums. Okay, and there are various ways. So here we are preparing the adhesive or the gum. Okay, and then we are coating it, and then we are converting it. We'll see what we are converting. Okay, because you might coat on the entire stuff and then you can cut it into pieces, right? And then give it. Okay, the entire thing is, we call it as a value is being added step by step, and the entire flow is called as a value stream. Exercise. You can do this exercise yourself. All of you can write the notes, and these exercise, whatever you do, you can share it in the group also. Suppose if you give requisition for employees to the HR department, what is the value stream flow? You can write your value stream. Now, there are many types of map that is available. Just type all the type of map that you know. Let's see in the comment box. I'll give you 30 seconds. All the maps you know in this world. Process flow activity mapping, process map, okay. Road map, very good. SIPOC, right. Flow chart is also a map. Process chart is a map, okay. Cross-functional map, which is also called swim lane methodology. Organizational map also is a map, excellent. No one is typing Google Maps. You don't recognize. That's the one you usually use, right? Google Maps. Google Map, political map, district maps. I don't know if you have gone treasure hunting or adventure, you would use a lot of maps, right? Block diagrams or maps. In FMEAs, design FMEA, you use block diagrams. Excellent. That's always a sort of map. What is a map? So the question comes, what is a map? The map is nothing but a visual representation of something, and that gives us some information for decision making. Okay, a visual representation of something. And depending upon the decision that please write good notes and comprehend this. I keep repeating it 1,000 times. It is very important to understand what we want, and then we should choose the map. It's very important to understand what we want. What is our objective of representing something visually? I'm not even calling as a map. What is the objective of representing something visually? The objective of representing something visually is to seek an information for a decision making. Suppose if you are going on a vacation in some place, the objective of the map is to seek the information on the route to take a decision to travel on that route. If you agree with me, type agree in the comment box. Similarly, depending upon what decision you want to take, you want to seek the information. I will repeat. Depending upon the decision that you want to take, you seek the information and you try to find out the best possible representation of that information. And one of the ways to represent information is through visual means. The decision that we'll have to take is whether to stop or not to stop. The information we want should be given to us, and the best possible of representing the information is through a red light. The decision that we want to take is where to go for smoking. The information we are looking for around, and the best representation is a visual information on where the smoking zone is. Visual controls are one of the best ways of representing the information for people to take decisions. I hope this is clear. Okay. So now process maps give some information depending upon the decision that you want to make. You can choose process map, and depending upon if you want to get Kaizen projects, you use a value stream map. If you want to know the overall view of the process, you use process map. If you want helicopter view of things, you use SIPOC, supplier, information, processing, output, customer, or people call copies also. So if the entire state is flooded, the information that the chief minister wants is which area is flooded and which area is worse affected. So he has to have a helicopter view of things. The person who wants to save wants to have a building view or a road view to see which house to go and save that person. So whether the road view is better or a building view is better or helicopter view is better or a satellite view is better, depending upon the decision that you want to take. So don't get fooled and carried away by saying this map is better or that map is better. It depends upon what decision you want to make. If this is clear on a scale of 9 to 10, please give it. And if this is powerful, type powerful in the comment box. So process map and value stream maps are not the same thing. The value stream mapping encompasses the entire product family from raw materials to the customer delivery. And the process map is detailed, breaking down into single processes. And all of us know how the process flow diagrams, process mappings are done. So please, as leaders, we need to be very clear on what we are trying to infer, and based on that, use that representation that will help us get that information for decision making. Use that representation.